We have here the parts for the one side of the fork. As you can see, they are painted. These are the rubber buffers for the covers and the mount of the headlight. This is the lower bush for the fork. We have also a bush inside here, as you may remember from the previous videos where I have presented the repair of the front fork, and by that I mean we have rectified these parts and made new bushes. What I want to show here, we have a snap ring that is served for locking this cover, not to come down on the pipe. I have choose to solder this snap ring because this way you can paint the fork with the snap ring on, and the paint will not crack in time. If you put the snap ring after you paint the pipe, when you put the snap ring in the channel, you'll crack the paint, and in time it will break little by little. This way you can paint the snap ring and you have a fixed snap ring on the pipe. BMW has made this system with a snap ring because it was the easiest and the cheapest way in order to make a locking system for this cover. So I have put solder here all the way, and now we have the snap ring fixed here and painted also, and it will last a lot in time. I have already tested the pipe on the bike, and I will show some problems when you want to assemble the fork. You have to put a cover here with the rubber buffer, and after that you need to push the pipe through the lower yoke until you reach the surface here for the upper yoke. But because of the rubber buffers, you have one here and also one here on the headlight mount, you will not have the force to push by hand, and you have to make a press. So I have this threaded rod, the big plate here, one also here. So when I will tighten the knot here, it will press the pipe towards the upper yoke, and I will be able to put the bolt inside here. So now you can put the bolt inside. That means I can put both bolts and fixing the pipe in position after I will tighten the knot. These bolts are only for assembly, but I will change them. I'm starting to assemble the front fork. Now I'm just testing, but I have already some good results, but it was not easy. First I had to understand some things like you see, we have this pipe, and here we have a snap ring. As you have seen in the pictures before, this now it is soldered, because this way I was able to paint also the snap ring. If you use the snap ring like it is original, that means you have to paint the pipe, put the snap ring from the top on the bottom, but also below, underneath this pipe protection, you have to put some paint, not glossy like this one, but a paint for protection. And if you have this snap ring without being soldered, in time it will crack the paint. And this way, the snap ring being soldered, now you can paint. As you can see, it is painted, and the paint, it will last in the same way like it will last on the pipe. Also, when you assemble all the parts, you have here these rubber buffers, and you have to push the pipe to force the rubber buffers in order to reach on the surface here of the yoke. You see, this one, it is not on the surface, but this one it is. In order to have the necessary force to push this pipe in order to reach the surface, I had to press with the bolt. I have made a press with 2 nuts and 2 big plates, and this way I was able to press the pipe until I have reached here. And now we have a steady headlight mount. It is all fixed and properly aligned. As you can see, I have assembled also the stanchions with the front wheel axle. The nuts here, I have secured the Loctite. As you know, here we have a rubber cover, and the sealing in this channel here and on the nut here. That is why I have secured the nuts with Loctite, because we don't want to lose oil through the thread here and here. The fork is traveling just fine. I have assembled also the damper steering. All these parts are original. As you can see, the fork is looking just fine.